But nowadays, like the smallest things, that's why I've said, like, even in relation, now you roll your eyes at me, I'm already like on guard. I'm like, hey, this won't last.
But I've been in very toxic relationships.
You?
I've like ignored the red flags. Yeah.
Okay,
Because
so let's speak about that. And I'll also like explain a little bit, like, you know, like what kind of toxic relationship would you say? Like what's toxic to you? Because
domestic
also
violence.
Domestic violence. Yeah. Okay, now, and wait. Before I touch on that, because I still have to go back at you're only 21. You know that.
So that time I was 19.
Okay, sawa. Now he is even like such another thing to unpack. So 19. When you're in a relationship, do you find like you're the one who's initiating that? Because that's something that...
Initiating what exactly?
Maybe the toxic part. You know, at times they say like, you know, girls who've gone through like a lot in life are very hard to be with in a relationship because they'll always try to connect something that they missed or go back to something that they know. Because like, let's say if you're already used to pain, arguing and fighting, at times it might not be consciously that you're doing that, but maybe it's chaos that makes you feel like it's the only thing that you can identify with.
Oh, for me, it's like I'm not the one who initiated that. Like, for sure. It's just that guy saw that I'm so vulnerable. And he took the advantage because he saw that I'm like looking for some kind of love. Remember, like, I was like, no one is loving me.
Going
Maybe
through
I wanted
like...
to be loved. Yeah. So like he saw this chance and like, okay, fine. And that time I was like, I don't want to be single. I don't want to be alone. I don't want to. I'll feel like I don't know what.
Especially when you don't want to be alone.
Yeah, I don't like. I feel like it's. I don't know, but it just made sense that I don't want to be alone. I don't want to be lonely.
Yeah.
I just want to have someone. So I think I was like not reading the red flags because I would confront this guy.
What were the red flags?
The guy talking to some other girls, and he'll say like, he was working in a movie shop, and girls will come and I make a movie free.
This is my customer.
I'm like, this is money you're missing now, you're free. So what else is going on? Jota muna you're free, so to go in one group.
Yeah.
Okay, fine. And I make a movie free, and I'm a text kwa. I will see like his messages, and he will tell me. Like, he would show me the way he's saving my number, and I'll be like he was so manipulative. And like, even me knowing her mother, and I would still go to his house when the mother is around, and the mother was just okay, and like that.
Yeah.
You know, I was just taking the smaller parts, but I'm not looking at the bigger part, the red flags. Because there's a time like, he used to like, what's it called? Forgotten. Forgotten.
No, take your time. Or we can go back to that. You can think about it, and then we'll still go back to it.
Oh, like, yeah.
But I always have questions for Daisy. If you've realized, like for me, it's just like I have to. Can I ask something else then?
Yeah.
So like, let's say in a relationship right now, like what? Because even just with everything that you've gone through, do you think it's easy for you to process a relationship? Because you're always used to bouncing from one place to another and maybe not getting the love that you already used to. Because like I say, like the one person that gave you, I think, unconditional love was your dad. And that was like the one person you know. For a fact. And even if you can imagine, like right now, especially being 18, he could have been still doing like everything like for you. Like maybe by now, I think, because if he took you to China at, what was the age you said?
It was like 4 or 5 years. Like
4 or 5 years.
Yeah.
That's how, like, let's say Somalis and Indians always introduce their kids to their business at a very young age. So that by primary, you're already doing like the math huko hivyo, like you're doing your math homework, but you're also doing some for the business kidogo. By the time you get to secondary or nini, you're already managing his business, you know how to nini workers, restocking, and even he can send you now even to go somewhere like outside the country alone to actually get something, get details, and bring supplies. But now, not having that anymore, like, I'm sure how would you even choose like a partner to be with? Because nobody can feel like the shoes that your dad had and what he was doing for you, because it was everything.
I was just risking, trying and see how it's going to end. I don't know. But I gave myself time, like the whole of 2023. I was single. I gave my time to process, focus on my work, school, and try to see what exactly am I looking for. Because I can't get the fatherly life from my boyfriend.
But do you think... No. I understand. But is that something that when you're in a relationship, you want to or crave? Because
I used to, but now I'm like, let me heal. Let me now get the love that I'm supposed to get, not the love that my dad used to give to me. And I found.
Also,
like
now you're in a relationship.
Now I'm in a relationship and I'm
stable.
very comfortable. It's been like 4 months.
4 months is too fresh.
It's not fresh.
No, we'll talk after.
Been friends, so yeah.
Oh, somebody you've been friends with for a while.
Yeah, for a while.
Okay.
So it's something, and so we're good.
So what kind of things do you do, like I don't know what 21-year-olds do, like in relationships to just make it
like in my times I used to like expect I text you every day, calls at night, late night calls, but right now I'm not doing any of that. I'm not doing the late night calls. I'm not doing the texting all the time.
But you're 21. How are you so nini like?
I don't know. It's just that I got chilled. I don't know. It's just like it just came. I'm not craving for like that teenage love anymore. I'm not like, okay, fine. I'm chilled right now. I just talk when it's necessary. We are both working, so you work. You can text when you're free. I can text when I'm free. We make time to meet. Yeah, because we can even stay like 2 weeks without meeting, but we are talking. But then it's like it's not
overwhelming someone with expectations. You should be doing this.
Like when I call his number, I found it busy because I know what work he's doing. So
your line is just busy all the time. When I'm trying, maybe somebody stayed with for 1 week. But I'd ask them like, what's wrong with you? Because I was like, I'm supposed to call them at lunch. I'm supposed to call them at evening. Like those ones of like, you haven't even asked me how my work was. I'm like, you were working. Why would I even disturb you in the course of the day? Plus, I get to see you in the evening. So why do I even need to call you to check up on you in the middle of the day? Plus, I'm also trying to make money on the side with other things that I'm doing. Like, get your job done. We're meeting in the evening anyway. So, I was just like, okay, that didn't even last because I was, like I said, for me, like all those back and forths, I'm always choosing like peace.
Yeah.
Maybe it's peace that makes me like still look young. Because if I don't choose that, I think by now ngekuwa kamzee sana. I'd have been gone through it.
Yeah. But one thing that I made sure is like having friends, like choosing friends. Like right now, I barely have friends. Like ati you can
bestie,
have a friend.
You don't have a bestie.
Bestie mna gossip nini. I don't have. Like cause hiyo vitu za gossip hakuna hiyo time. Mtagossip nini? Mtagossip sijui nani, celebrities ama your other friends.
That's true.
I found it unnecessary right now. I'm just chilled. I just there. If niko off days kama leo ningekuwa tu nimeita mama fua amefua and I'm just watching my series. I cook, I sleep. I just be like that.
Rest.
Yeah, I just don't go at town. I go idle. I do window shopping. I meet some people. We go for lunch. No, I'm just like.
But also,
people are like, you're missing it. I'm like, I'm not missing it. It's just that I've not found the right people.
No, true.
Yeah.
True.
Because there are people right now. Because in my story, like, people are saying I'm like, nimekuwa mature haraka sana. I'm like, no, it's the situations.
But yeah, your situation also
Yeah.
does not want somebody mwenye, like you can't think nini. Because anybody else would have like lost it.
If you're living with your parents and me, I'm living alone, we are not a lady.
You are not the same. You don't think the same way.
You don't think the same.
You don't
like,
think the same way.
You can think like this. I might tell you things, you think it's something
unakuwa too serious wewe, unakuwa serious sana
uko so serious na maisha, you're still young, you're still 21. I'm like, I don't have a choice.
Yeah.
What's
the alternative?
What's the alternative? I start joking. I say, just going to look for friends. We go for clubbing. I've never gone to a club actually.
Never?
Never. I've never experienced being to a club. At ile club ati mnaenda mnakunywa mna nini. Not, but I've nishai kunywa nikazima, but not in a club.
Oh yeah.
Just a friend.
Home setting, just experimenting, trying it out.
Not by myself, but with other people.
We're just friends. Yeah.
But no silly at a club mnaenda. You know, like sometimes I just have the picture of like in a club, people are sweaty there, kuna makelele, huyu anasema nini, huyu anafanya nini.
Mwingine anakushauti hapa kwa shingo.
So I feel mtu anajaribu kudansia, anakuforce to dance, anakujaribu kuongelesha. It's so busy in there. It's so chaotic. I just want to be chill.
Mm-hmm. Yeah, but even you can experience that maybe in a more subtle way. Maybe you can try something like brunch. Because brunch, it's just during the day. It would be like nice music that ni ambient, eating like some food kidogo. Cause
I've done that alone, but I'm just like not.
Yeah. Okay, sawa. Okay, maybe now if you find
that alone.
Maybe if you find like your clique, of course, maybe. But also understand, because like even just I think you've just been forced to grow up like